Hi, welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with the BI Rabbi. I'm Rabbi Adam Stein. You can see that I'm not in the shul, not even in Vancouver. I'm in Blaine, Washington with my wife Tamar, our cinematographer today. We're on our way back from dropping off our son Gabriel at Camp Solomon Schechter for a week. His brother Eli, our oldest, has already been there for 2 weeks. They will be there together for this week, and we hope that things go well because it's Gabriel's first time at camp on his own, and so we are nervous parents. And I'm going back into Vancouver in a few minutes and connecting once again with families there, getting ready for Shabbat, sadly a funeral coming up, and actually Tisha B'Av, which I'll mention again in a moment, on Monday night and Tuesday. But I want to say something about this week's Torah portion, which is not directly connected to Tisha B'Av, although the Haftarah is. The Torah portion is Parashat Devarim, the first parasha, the first weekly Torah portion of the book of Devarim, or Deuteronomy. It's called Parashat Chazon this week before Tisha B'Av. And in the Torah reading, Chazon being vision, so we're talking about Moses. Moses has a vision, just like the prophet Isaiah has for us. And the vision Moses shares is really, he's starting off a whole book of the Torah, which is just 3 big speeches by Moses. Rabbi Infeld likes to say that the Torah is really 4 books plus 1 extra book. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, and Numbers, and then Deuteronomy is extra. It's sort of like the second law is what I think Deuteronomy means in Greek. I hope I got the Greek right. And in Hebrew, Devarim, it just means words. It's words, words, words. Moses is sharing so many words with the people, really reflecting back on the past 40 years that they've had together in the wilderness. He tells and retells some stories and some memories, but tells them a little bit differently, like in this week's parasha about the story of the spies. But really what we see from Moses is that he's matured throughout his 40 years in the wilderness. I think it was 80 when he started in the wilderness, and now 120 when he passes away at the end of the Torah and the end of this book. When he first started out, Moses was told by God, "I want you to lead the people and say, let my people go to Pharaoh." And Moses says, "I have a stutter. I don't speak very well. I'm not a leader. I'm of uncircumcised lips," is how he says. "I have a stutter." And God says, "It'll be okay. You can do this. You can get your brother Aaron. He'll help you out." And Moses grows as a leader throughout these 40 years in the wilderness. He becomes this leader who can give a whole big speech for a whole book of the Bible, this whole book of Deuteronomy. And really what I'm thinking, and perhaps my wife Tamar is thinking as well, is that we hope that not in 40 years, but maybe in just 7 days, our son, who's 8.5, will grow a bit, maybe not as a leader, perhaps a bit in his cabin, but maybe just as an independent person who can live on his own for a week with other kids his age and a couple counselors in a cabin and be away from mommy and Abba for a week. He'll have support from his brother and friends, people he knows from Vancouver, and counselors, but perhaps he can grow as Moses grew throughout his time as a leader of the people. Here's to wishing that we all can have growth this week and this month and this summer. And again, I do want to invite you to come to our Tisha B'Av program that we do along with Harel and Beth Tikva, the 2 other conservative synagogues in the Lower Mainland. And it'll be Monday evening this coming week. I think it's the 12th, and Tisha B'Av day is the 13th. We'll have morning services. On the 12th, it's 6:45 for the program, starting with our speaker, Rabbi Dr. Paul Schral Fox, and his wife will speak later on. Sarah Lee is a cantor. She'll speak about the chanting of the book of Eicha, the Lamentations. We have a dinner. If you sign up for the dinner, it'll be a wonderful light dinner before the fast. If you didn't sign up for the dinner, it's okay. You can just stay and schmooze a little bit until we start the service at the beginning of the fast and the chanting of Eicha. If the weather's nice, we'll be outside, and it should be a lovely, though very sad evening for the saddest day in our Jewish year. Shabbat Shalom, and I'll see you soon.